Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to dig into something that I found rather interesting, especially considering everything that has gone on with Caitlin Clark and the WNBA, and then Caitlin Clark being snubbed from the Olympic team, and everything that has surrounded that in terms of the Caitlin Clark effect and her popularity and what that's done for ratings, and then the issue with why wasn't she on the Olympic team, and a lot of people saying they don't want to watch and they don't care about the Olympic team if Caitlin Clark isn't playing, and so on and so forth. So I thought this was really interesting. We got to dig into this. As you can see here, Sports Media Watch has their ratings. We have very recently NBC says 32 million watched the Olympics on Saturday. Today is only Monday. The Paris opening ceremony is most watched since 2012. This one we will get into in a minute. Ratings USA basketball. That's going to be interesting. And then down here, of course, we had WNBA scores biggest audience since inaugural weekend for All-Star game. And we know Caitlin Clark played in this All-Star game. They drew 3.44 million fans watching it on TV. Last year's All-Star game brought in, I think, 850,000. The Caitlin Clark effect. And then, of course, just as a reminder, we're just going to go through this briefly for those of you that did not know this and didn't see a video I did on this a while back, where I think it was at the time maybe only 12 or 13 games, but now the WNBA ends first half with record 16th million viewer audience. Keep in mind, they had not had a single million viewer audience since 2008, and they have had 16 of them. 16 of them this year. And that was that Fever Wings game, that last game before the Olympic break, averaged 1.7 million viewers on ESPN, which was the 16th game this season with a seven-figure audience, the most in any WNBA season, including playoffs and finals. The previous high being 15 all the way back in 98, and that figure included all three games of the finals. Now, as you can see, 14 of the 16 games with a million viewer audience involved Caitlin Clark. The other two games were related. One was a lead in, or I think a lead out, which was Sparks Aces way back in May, which drew 1.3 million. And the Mercury Sun drew 1.02. Now, that wasn't technically a back to back, but I believe there was like an hour between the end of Mercury Sun and then the start of the Fever. A lot of people love their sports, especially on a Sunday. They try and get everything done on a Saturday, relax on a Sunday, watch their sports. So a lot of people would have looked for something to watch in going into the Fever game. Mercury Sun would be a great thing to do. Take a break, watch the Indiana Fever. So I'm sure it was influenced by that game. Interestingly enough, this would have been really interesting to have that we'll never see is the Clark's home debut, which was on Amazon Prime, so we don't have Nielsen ratings for that. And here is, right here, they tell you, the last WNBA game to average 1 million viewers was Candace Parker's career debut in 2008. The Indiana Fever loss, which Clark set the WNBA single game assist record, was the sixth largest audience since 2002. The top 11 games over that span have involved Clark and the Fever. Now, we got to go back because this is what you're waiting for. I know. Ratings, USA Basketball. As you know, the women played exhibition game last Tuesday, the 23rd, against Germany. The men have also been playing exhibition games leading into the Olympics. So here we have ratings for USA Basketball. USA men's basketball team averaged its largest exhibition audience since 2012. Their 5-game exhibition schedule averaged 979,000 viewers on Fox and FS1, which marked the most watched USA basketball exhibition slate since the lead up to the 2012 Olympics when the games aired on ESPN. If we go down a little, you can see numbers are up huge. Viewership increased to 165% from the games leading into the 2021 Olympics, which the now defunct NBC SN and took place. Okay, that was because of the change because it should have been the 20 Olympics, and that was a whole mess. So they had some competition. Compared to the 2016 exhibition games, viewership increased 204% from 321,000. I got ahead of myself there. And then last year, when they led into the World Cup and they were also on Fox and FS1, viewership increased 191%. The game against South Sudan, the close game, the incredibly close game that shouldn't have been close, averaged 1.76 million. Monday's USA Germany game drew 1.2 million, which was ranked as the second most since 2012. So, and that was on last Monday, and then the women played Germany on Tuesday. But guess what? We don't have ratings for it. Can't find them anywhere. Sports Media Watch doesn't have them. I went looking for them. Can't find them anywhere. I got the little AI blurb on the side over here that tells me a lot about the game, and then asks me if I watched it live or am I planning to watch the Olympic matches. Well, I didn't watch it live. Although, by the way, it was also on FS1. We don't have the men's ratings. I mean, I'm sorry, we don't have the women's ratings. We do have the men's ratings. Why is that? What do you think in the comments below? Isn't it kind of odd after the huge WNBA ratings that they get out to us as quickly as possible because they are so good? But now, without the Caitlin Clark effect, that they're regretting, Dawn Staley came as close to admitting to that as she will ever come with her. Oh, yeah, she'd be highly considered. She couldn't bring herself to say she absolutely should be on the team, but highly considered. And that's the best you're going to get. But why don't we have the ratings for the game against Germany? Are we going to get the ratings for the game today against Japan? By the way, that game last Tuesday was played on FS1, just like the men did. Right here you go, right here. This was it. Where? Tuesday, July 23rd, 3 p.m. Eastern, just like today's Olympic game, TV channel FS1. Are we going to get the ratings for this game? That will be interesting. Is NBC going to care? Because it is going to be different, being that it's NBC in the Olympics. Are they just going to put everything out there? And will we see this game? I would like to know. I'm sure you would like to know, because let's see about the Caitlin Clark effect. How many people are in? It's the Olympics. It should get big ratings, right? The Olympics. This should be huge. Diana Taurasi is going to be out there in her walker going for her 87th gold medal. Everyone wants to tune in and see that. Everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the ratings, the lack of ratings, even though we have the men's exhibition game on the same network. Do you think we'll get ratings for this game? What do you think the ratings are going to be for this game? Or if we ever find it, what's your guess for the exhibition game against Germany? Comparable to the men? Because you have a lot of people now with the WNBA rating saying, hey, that 2.2 billion wasn't nearly enough. They should get a big chunk of that that money from the NBA because their ratings are getting better and the NBA is declining and all that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you later.